Learn English through Stories B24 PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents 1. The Little Prince. Chapters 5-8. 2 sentences 5-3 Picture Dictionary. Chapter 5. Elephants. It is 6 years after my meeting with the little prince. When I think about him, I am sad. But I write about the little prince because I don't want to forget him. It is sad when you forget a friend. Not everybody has a friend. This is the reason why I have paper and colors in my hands now. It is difficult to draw for me when I am old. But I want to do it. I want to make my pictures very good. But I'm not sure if I can do it. One picture is okay, but another picture is not very good. I make some mistakes in the size too. Here the little prince is very big. Here he is very small. Maybe the color of his clothes is not correct. But I try to draw as well as possible. But sometimes when my picture is not perfect, it is not my mistake. It is the little prince's mistake. He never explains things to me. Maybe he thinks that I am like him. But unfortunately, I don't see the sheep in the box. Every day, new information about the little prince's planet comes. I also know more and more about his journey to the Earth. The information comes very slowly. The information comes during moments when the little prince thinks about his past. For example, on the 3rd day, the little prince speaks about a problem with the baobabs. Baobabs are big trees. The conversation about baobabs starts when the little prince asks me a question about the sheep. Is it true that sheep eat little trees? Yes, it is true. It is good. I don't understand why it is so important that sheep eat little trees. But the little prince says, so they also eat baobabs. I tell the little prince that baobabs aren't little trees. The baobabs are big trees. The baobabs are very big. They are like houses. And for example, if you put 9 big elephants on your planet, these elephants can't eat one baobab. The baobabs are so big. Baobab tree. The idea of 9 elephants is funny for the little prince. And he laughs. On my planet, elephants must stand on elephants. But then he says something clever. When the baobabs are young, they are very small. It is true, I say. But why is it important that your sheep eats the little baobabs? He says, it is simple. Think about it. It is not very difficult. So I start to think about the problems with baobabs. Soon I have the answer. Chapter 6. Trees. I think that on the little prince's planet, there are good plants and bad plants. It is normal for all planets. And of course, there are also good seeds of good plants and bad seeds of bad plants. But we can't see seeds. They are in the ground. But one day, every seed wakes up. Then the seed starts to grow. The seed grows slowly to the sun. When the plant is very small, you don't know if the plant is some vegetable or a rose. And you can let the plant grow. But when you see that it is a bad plant, it is important to destroy the plant fast. It is true that there are bad seeds on the planet of the little prince. They are the seeds of baobabs. The ground of the planet is full of them. If you see a baobab too late, you can't destroy it. Then the baobab grows over the whole planet. And if the planet is too small, 2 or 3 baobabs can destroy the planet. It is a question of discipline, the little prince tells me. When I wash my face in the morning and when I put on my clothes, then it is time to clean my planet. It is necessary to pull the baobabs when I see them. Sometimes it isn't easy because they are similar to roses when they are very young. It is a very boring job, but very easy. And one day he says to me, "You can draw a beautiful picture." The picture can show this situation to children. This information can help children when they travel around the universe. In life, it is sometimes okay to do your work later. But when you do your work with baobabs later, it is always a big problem. I know a planet with a lazy man. Now, he has a big problem. He has 3 big baobabs on his planet. He is not happy. And when the little prince speaks about the planet, I make a picture of this planet. People know only a little about the problem with baobabs. And it is possible that one day when you are lost on an asteroid, you can have this problem too. I believe that it is important to know that baobabs can be very dangerous for a small planet. I work so hard on this picture because I want to tell children about the problem which they don't know. I also make the picture very big. It is big because the problem with baobabs can be very big. Chapter 7, Sun. Step by step, I start to understand the secrets of the little prince's life. For a long time, his only fun is to watch beautiful sunsets. This information comes on the 4th day in the morning. The little prince says, "I really like sunsets, let's look at a sunset now." "But we must wait," I say. "Wait, wait for what?" "Wait for the moment when the sun is down." The little prince is very surprised. Then he laughs. And he says, "I am always thinking that I am at home." Everybody knows this. When it is noon in the United States, the sun is going down in France. If you can fly to France in 1 minute, you can watch the sunset. But the little prince's planet is very small. You only need to pull your chair 4 or 5 meters. And you can watch the sunset when you want. The little prince tells me about a day with 43 sunsets. He says, "When you are very sad, sunsets are great. The day with 43 sunsets must be a sad day, is it true?" I ask. But the little prince doesn't answer. On the 5th day, new information about the little prince's life comes. He asks me, "If a sheep eats little trees, does it eat flowers too?" "A sheep eats everything what is green," I answer. "Does a sheep eat flowers with thorns too?" "Yes, the sheep eats flowers with thorns too." "I don't understand," says the little prince. "Why does the flower have thorns if a sheep can eat the flower?" I don't know. At that moment I am very busy. I need to repair my plane. I am scared because my situation starts to be very serious. I have so little water. I think that my death is close. Why does the flower have thorns? The little prince always wants an answer to his question. But at that moment I am angry because I can't repair my plane. I answer without thinking, "Thorns are good for nothing. Flowers have thorns because they want to hurt others." "Oh." The little prince is thinking for a moment. I see that he is a little angry. Then he says, "I don't believe you. Flowers are weak. The thorns give them power. Flowers believe that their thorns are big weapons." I say nothing. I am very busy with my plane. Chapter 8, A Flower. I am still repairing my plane when the little prince says, "Do you really believe that flowers have thorns because they want to hurt others?" No, I don't believe it. But I don't want to think about it. I am busy with my plane. It is a serious thing. He is shocked. Serious thing? He looks at me. My hands are touching the engine. The engine is dirty. My hands are dirty too. The little prince doesn't like the engine. But the engine is important for me. You talk like the adults. The little prince is not happy. I know that it is my mistake. I don't feel okay. But the little prince continues, "You mix everything together." The little prince is angry. I know a planet with a gentleman with a red face. He doesn't have a flower. He doesn't look at stars. He doesn't love other people. He only counts numbers. And all day he repeats again and again, like you, I am a serious man. I am a serious man. And he is very proud. But he is not a man, he is a mushroom. He is a what? A mushroom. The little prince is now very angry. His face is white. Flowers have thorns. Sheep eat flowers. And you think that it is not good to try to understand why flowers have thorns. There is a war between the sheep and the flowers. And you think that it is not important. The little prince is still very angry. He continues, You think that the war between the sheep and the flowers is not more important than the numbers of the gentleman with a red face? I know a flower which is the only flower in the world, which exists only on my planet. It is a flower which a little sheep can eat for breakfast. And you think that this is not important? His face is now red. He continues, If you love a flower which is in the sky, then you are happy when you look at the stars, you are happy because you know that your flower is, he says, up there, but if the sheep eats the flower, then the sky is very sad for you. He can't say another word. He starts to cry. The night comes. I put my tools on the ground. How important are my tools, my engine, my death now? On one planet, on my planet, the Earth, there is a little prince who needs me. I take him in my arms. I hold him. I say to him, The flower which you love is not in danger. I can draw you something which can protect your flower. I can draw you a fence. You can put the fence around your flower. I don't know what to say to him. I don't feel comfortable. I don't know how to talk to him, how to be his friend again. It is so strange when somebody cries. 2 sentences 5. Verbs with no object. Some verbs don't have an object. A verb that does not have an object is called an intransitive verb. Here are some sentences with intransitive verbs. 1. Mr. Kama usually walks to work. 2. Mina talks a lot in class. She can't keep her mouth shut. 3. The sun is shining. 4. It is raining. 5. I don't know. 6. We have already eaten. 7. Banta and Bandy smiled. 8. Dad always drives carefully, but Mum doesn't. 9. Miss Shokanen always dresses very smartly. 10. Can your little brother read? Yes, he can, but he doesn't understand. 11. Rano is leaving. 12. Banto chews loudly. 13. Baba Jai walked through the park. 14. Ravi jumped. 15. My dog is sleeping soundly. 16. My beloved wife exercises as often as she can. 17. My Uncle Bagat will meditate in the garden. 18. She sang beautifully. 19. Miss Tapo jumped very high. 20. My Alsatian dog ran fast. 3. Picture dictionary page. In the town.